It was the end to a historic season here at South Dakota over the weekend as they fall to North Dakota State in the FCS quarterfinals. One final time we sit down with head coach Bob Nielson this year. And Bob, I think it's important right now, especially, to just focus on what this season was. And bottom line, it was special in a lot of ways.
Yeah, special road for our guys. A lot of hard work. I talked with our team Sunday and talked about, hey, it wasn't just 13 games. It was 13 months that our team, went to work, focused on doing things differently in terms of being able to flip the script from 22 to 23, and they definitely did that. A year that all of those guys are going to remember, and a year where we accomplished a lot.
Now, you talked a lot during the course of this season about the leadership group that you had in place there. And it was a special group. That was pretty clear because everybody seemed to rally around them. And you got a sense of just how much those guys meant to the rest of the team when Joey Lombard spoke post-game on Saturday. It was pretty clear the impact those guys had on this program.
Yeah, Dennis Shorter, Joey Lombard, two guys that haven't another year, spoke about how special that leadership group was to them and what they instilled upon our whole team, and those are guys that are going to be the next wave of outstanding leaders for our program. And a group, as I talked about, a group that made the decision to stay together and change the outcome, and that's exactly what they did. They brought people along, pulled them from a position of in front, and made a huge difference with the way that they played, along with the leadership that they provided.
Culture is a big word that gets discussed in these times, and it is an important thing to have a positive one. How much further along are you guys in that regard than you were maybe a year ago, just because of the guys that have been involved in this thing?
Well, a year like this just reinforces your sense of belief and a belief in your ability to play at a national level, to achieve at a national level. A year to and so that's where culture kind of starts. That sense of belief and guys willing to share ownership and making those beliefs become reality. And that's the kind of group that we have right now. A group that's going to work, that is going to support each other. In a group that truly cares about each other.
You've had the good fortune to have success everywhere you've been, and national championships, playoff appearances, and a bunch of different programs, including 3 of those here at the University of South Dakota now. So where does this 2023 team rank all time for Bob Nielson? I got to imagine it's got to be pretty far up there.
Yeah, you know what? I told him that I've had a lot of teams that I've been really proud of, but I was as proud of this one as I have been of any. Just with regard to they didn't listen. Didn't listen to what everybody said coming off of 22, and did something truly special to flip a year like that and to be one of the final 8 teams playing at this level of college football. And couldn't say more about the work and the effort and the commitment that this team made during the year.
The key, of course, is consistency, right? Establishing that and maintaining that as you go forward. And so already thinking now about the next steps you take and where do you go from here? Obviously, signing day is coming up very soon. That's a big piece. But what else needs to happen for you guys to ensure you're talking about some of these same things a year from now?
Yeah, we're recruiting for sure. This week will give us a chance to get out on the road before the NCAA closes the recruiting period over the weekend. And, we've been able to have some young men on campus the last couple of weeks with the home games. But making sure that we add to this group with the right kind of young men and the group that's going to continue to help us build the kind of depth that we need. And then, as we move forward, institutionally, continuing to look at the changing landscape in Division I football and being able to do some of the things that we're going to need to do from that standpoint, moving forward to keep ourselves in a highly competitive position.
How about for you? What did this season do for you, and how much passion is there as a head football? You called yourself an old head coach Saturday. I thought that was a little harsh, but at the same time, is that energy as alive and well as it's ever been at this point?
Yeah, there's not many of us that stay in this profession. I was 31 years and 31 great years, and I think years like this, are they rewarding as a coach? For sure. To see the response by a group of guys, and I couldn't be more excited to have the ability to continue to work at this place with a great group of young men and a great group of supporters. That was a tremendous environment on Saturday, and couldn't be prouder of the way that our fans showed up and supported our football team in what was a great game and a great opportunity.
Well, congratulations, Bob, on a great season, a great run to the FCS quarterfinals, and thanks so much for all the time you've given us all year long. It's certainly been fun for even me to be along for that ride.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate all that you do in support of our program.